Alright? This is definitely the first time that I was stood waiting to come on for a gig, thinking, shit, I wish I had some American social worker material. I've come from Brighton to be with you guys this evening, and as you know, Brighton's a weird place. It's equally holistic and hedonistic. Water and ecstasy are about the same price. Brighton's a far cry from Hull, where I was born. The ecstasy's the same, but you wouldn't catch a man drinking water. When I moved to Brighton, right, the first film I saw at the cinema was The Matrix, and Lawrence Fishburne was saying to Keanu Reeves, "You can take the red pill and stay here, or the blue pill and come with us." And this kid behind me shouted, "Take them both!" If you, I could sense out a few of you, like, you know, when I said it was from Hull, you don't know where it is. There's no reason to find out. It's in that dreary blob of land between Watford and Scotland. We northerners refer to it as most of the bloody country. It's dead easy to predict the weather in Hull. We have a saying: if it's cloudy over the docks, then it's gonna rain. If there's no cloud, it's raining. There was a baby boom in Hull, and then they made the car park outside the roller disco pay and display. I go back to Hull sometimes and visit my mum. I like to pay her a surprise visit, then she's no chance to defrost a Victoria sponge. I always remember my dad. W5463BY. That was his number plate. It's only half true, really. Frank. But yeah, and I've just come back from Hull. I've been working on a Yorkshire War film. It's called Apocalypse Now Then. But you know, I moved to London first. I went to London when I was 17, so I left Hull, seduced by the promise of swanky London town, where the streets are paved. But with a name like Eden Rivers. Like, I had to move to Brighton, come on. Where the bloody hell else was I gonna go? It were either that or Glastonbury, wasn't it? I didn't fancy Glastonbury, though. They've got a daft accent. Not sure I appreciate your insinuation. But yeah, when I was in London, I was working in a call centre because I fancied being an actor. And one of the things that I learned in this office is that there are 1,010 types of people in the world. We can run through them now, I think. There are those who appreciate binary. And there are those that don't. So while I was there, I was forced to join the office football team. And I hated it, and because I was dreadful. Like, at school, I was always one of the last, you know, like divvies to be picked, and you know, which is bad. There was me and another kid who were on the end, and I think he had rickets. No, we called him rickets, but he actually had polio. I don't think he was very happy about either of them. But anyway, I joined this office football team, and there was another out-of-work actor on the same squad. And like me, he was a football retard. And we had one, like, really decent player on our side. And I should remember this till the day I die. Like, well, during one of our games, he just, like, crumpled to his knees in the middle of the pitch and went, "Oh, please, can I not have both actors on my team?" Well, that was just like a red rag to us after that. We were prancing about all over the place, like going, "Egad, kinsman, cast the ball aloft." "What news on the goal tally?" And of course, this was all very good fun, and until my mate was skipping up to tackle someone, and I wanted to encourage him in this, so I shouted, "He be not of your livery! Thwart him!" And my mate, like, laughed and tripped over his own feet and just headbutted the fellow. After that, we were told to stop it. I'm married now with 2 small children. Although my wife says for her, it's like having 3 kids. Properly annoyed me when she said that. I held my breath until my forehead went purple. You know, there are some things that I wish someone had told me, like before I got married. As soon as you start letting them walk all over you, the easier you'll find things. All your technology will be replaced by cushions. I've been we called our 2 girls Daisy Blue Rivers and Rosie Summer Rivers. If they're as daft as me, they've got careers as country and western singers. And I've been a stay-at-home dad for the past 5 years, which now means I no longer have any idea how to behave in normal adult society. So much so that at my wife's office Christmas party, I leaned across the table and cut some woman's turkey up into manageable bite-sized chunks. I take the, you know, obviously doing the dad stuff. Like I took them for their first day at school and everything, and it was a bit weird, like, you know, for the first one, because I had to explain that my daughter has managed to get the phrases "you're mean" and "don't whinge" sort of amalgamated, so it comes out of her as "you minge," which is a different sentiment entirely. You'll find. And so I took her for her first day at school and everything, and all the mums are giving their kids like a parting shot of advice in the playground, And they're saying things like, eat your banana, don't take your shoes off outside, remember your pleases and thank yous, this sort of bollocks, right? And, but I hadn't said anything to my Rosie, and this was her first day at school. It's an auspicious occasion. Like, surely there must be something that I can say to her, like, as she's going, but she's met up with her mates from nursery the moment's leaving me. So as she was going into the school, I just shouted after her, don't piss yourself! I'm not the best housekeeper in the world. I told my wife that I'd cleaned the bathroom. Really, I'd just wiped the toilet rim with the sole of my sock. There's daft stuff, you know, that happens when you're a dad. You know, and Rosie had toddled up to me the other day. In a bit of a tiz-was, the zip on her cardigan was stuck. Well, sure enough, I bent down, freed the zip and punched her in the face. She doesn't blame me, but she is a little bit wary of cardigans. When we're out and stuff, like, she can spot those rides that you get outside of shops. They're the ones that just go different housing, same fucking action, right? She can spot them at 150 yards, and she just pegs it. And when this happens, I really quickly just pick up the other kid and say to the missus, "Oh, yours has run off." We took the kids to church, like, over Christmas and stuff. Now, I'm not a religious man, it was just free and something to do. The vicar, he got 5 kids up in front of everyone, and he gave each child a present. And the children all unwrapped their presents, and inside each box was a letter. And together the letters spelled out the word Jesus. Yep. The air was thick with child's disappointment. Well, the kid with the E was all right. He seemed to buck up a bit. Because one of these kids was my Rosie, who was singularly unimpressed with her The vicar turned around to admire his metaphor, only to be faced by my 4-year-old who said, "You minge!" It was embarrassing, but on the other hand, the bugger deserved it. I might leave you on this. This is funny. It's a good thing that happened. My next door neighbour, right? She confronted me about various items that'd gone missing off her washing line. I nearly shat her pants. That's it.
Let's say what's up the fabulous Mr. Eden Rivers!